Hi folks, welcome to the first of our virtual pitch nights for 2022. This one is for Q1, which will run from the 11th of January to the 5th of April. Now, just a few things, just in case I've never met any of you before or this is your first time looking at something with the Roleplay Haven. My name is Scott Turner and I am the branch manager for the Cardiff Central Branch. Just to explain a bit more about the Roleplay Haven in general, it's a community interest company. What we do is we introduce tabletop roleplay games into the community and give back to that community through charitable donations. We've got two branches in Cardiff, one in Cardiff Central, which is at our home in the Arcade Vaults, and the other is in Cardiff North, which is in the Old Church Rooms, which is the Radder and Morganstown even Council Chamber. We've got 4 branches in London and soon to be other branches opening around the country. And again, what we try and do is each branch has their individual charitable cause that they look to support, and we ultimately just try and help to build that community. Our main ethos is fun, safe gaming for all. Everybody is welcome, which leads me on nicely to the fact that Q1 2022, at this present moment in time, making this video, is going to be a face-to-face quarter, which means that we will be complying with the usual COVID-19 safety guidelines, which will further information on them will accompany this post and also in the description and the links below. As well as any other information that you need in order to join up on a game, sign up for a game, join the Roleplay Haven, will also be included in the accompanying post to this video and also in the descriptions below. Now, not that they really need any introduction, however, we have a host of GMs who are going to be running games for you this quarter. We have Harry, Tash, Nathaniel, Christian, and Team Versus. What's going to happen from here on in for the rest of this video is they are individually, as a group, going to have a little chat about what their game is, how their system works. They're then going to give us their thoughts on a campaign and just give you an insight into the game that you're potentially looking to sign up for this quarter. And then at the end of the video, I'll come back to you, have a little bit more of a chat about what happened, how you sign up, and then we will look forward to seeing you all on the first night of the quarter, which is Tuesday, the 11th of January. Okay, folks, thank you very much. I'm going to hand you over to Nathaniel, who's going to tell us a little bit more about the Dragon Age RPG.
Hi guys, and welcome to the Dragon Age tabletop RPG adventure that I'm going to be running this quarter. So first of all, the Dragon Age system is different to the regular system of D&D in which you'd use a D20. In the Dragon Age tabletop RPG, it uses what's known as the Age system, which requires 3d6. Now, when you roll in these dice, it's the same as any other tabletop RPG. You'll roll them for the combat encounters as well as the role-playing and the exploration encounters. That's all the same. However, when you roll your 3d6, the number will in total add up. The only difference is that there's a stunt mechanic, which when you roll your dice, you got 2 main dice and 1 special dice known as the dragon dice. So when you roll your main dice, you roll all 3 at once. If you manage to get doubles, you get what's known as stunt points, and that's determined by the number on your dragon dice. That will then, in turn, allow you to perform a stunt for that encounter, whether you get a 3 or a 4 or even a 6 on the dragon dice. That's how many stunt points you get. Unfortunately, you can't double up the same stunt, so you wouldn't be able to use the same stunt in the same encounter twice, but you could, for example, use one that costed 3 stunt points and one that costed 1. That would be fine. You just couldn't use the same one for 3 stunt points. Besides that, not a lot is different from usual D&D or most other tabletop RPGs for that matter. And so the system isn't too difficult to pick up. I find it's one of the easier ones for me to pick up on. As the campaign itself, it will be following on from the events of the Dragon Age game series. Now, if you've not played the Dragon Age games, that's fine. You don't necessarily need to have played them to understand what's happening. Essentially, you are a party of adventurers chosen by what used to be the Inquisition. Their leaders have disbanded the organisation and created a new organisation, hiring you to help them track down and defeat what is known as the Dread Wolf, or Solus, or Fen'Harel for the Elven folk. Other than that, I'm not going to spoil too much, but it will lead you across the entire world of Thedas, going to the different countries throughout, and it'll just be a fun adventure. So I hope you'll join me as we embark on this adventure together, fighting against monsters and bad guys alike, and hopefully saving the day from that dreaded Dreadwolf.
Okay, thank you very much, Nathaniel. Looks like a fantastic campaign. Anyone who's played the Dragon Age franchise on whatever consoles that they've got it on, seems like a fantastic follow-on, and the age system is definitely something that I know that I've played and enjoyed, and I know a lot of players out there will absolutely enjoy. Now I'm going to pass you over to our very own Tasha. Tasha is one of our members reps at Cardiff Central, and Tasha's going to have a little chat with you about Call of Cthulhu, specifically Pulp Cthulhu. Thanks, Tash.
So, hi guys, it's Tash here. I'm here today to talk to you about the Two-Headed Serpent, which is probably flipped, but oh well. It is the Pulp Cthulhu campaign that I'll be running next quarter. It's a fun, action-packed Indiana Jones type adventure where the heroes, that is you guys, that if you're playing, travel the globe to basically stop a alien menace that's trying to take over either the human race or just wipe them out as pests. They would not mind. It's a fun little game that is quite friendly to new users to the system. It uses the D100 system and the Pulp Cthulhu rule set. So for veterans of Cthulhu, this one will be slightly nicer. You will actually get to survive the horrors of the mythos and actually fight another day. Which sounds really bad. But yeah, so it's quite friendly for new users or veterans of the genre. And it's just a bit of fun sort of thing. It will be played, hopefully, in person, though if the world does try to end itself again and we go back to doing online, it'll be played through Discord and Roll20, because Roll20 sometimes isn't quite enough, so we use Discord as well. But yeah, it's a fun little game with action-packed sequences, horrors from other worlds, and just sort of other bits and pieces where if you like tabletops but aren't quite into the fantasy but like science fiction, this is it. As well as that, if you enjoy the pulp adventures, like I said, Indiana Jones, The Mummy, that sort of thing, this is a perfect adventure for you. There will be a session 0, so new players, do not fret. You won't just be thrown into it on the deep end, hopefully. But we'll sort of go over like how you make a character, what kind of talents and things like that they get, just to make them more superhuman and sort of heroic and all that sort of good business. There are some mature themes. What I say about that is things like there's gore, obviously horror, things like that. There might be events or circumstances that are of a bit more sensitive nature, which if anything like that does come up and you feel, okay, I'm uncomfortable, or this offends me, or I really do not like this, feel free to let us know, because we'll address it at the table. Because I do not want people to be uncomfortable or not having fun while playing this game. Those are rare occurrences, but if anything does come up, please feel free to let me know. But otherwise, we look forward to you coming to save the world against, well, aliens and stuff, so thank you.
Thanks, Tash. Looks like Pulp Cthulhu sounds like it's going to be a very, very good game for this quarter. Definitely one that if I wasn't already signed up, I'd be playing it myself. Going to pass you over now to Christian. Christian's going to have a chat to you about Tyranny of the Dragons, which is 5th edition D&D. Cheers, Chris.
I'm Christian, and this quarter I'll be running Tyranny of Dragons. Tyranny of Dragons is actually 2 adventures. Horde of the Dragon Queen, followed by The Rise of Tiamat, revised, fixed, and put back together into a nice new shiny book. This adventure tells the story of the Cult of the Dragon, who are trying to bring back the co-creator of the first material world, Tiamat, from the Nine Hells to take over the world. We played this last quarter, and our party was met with a crushing end in a tunnel in a small village called Greenest that was largely brought about by some player versus player combat. With this quarter, we're going to pick up the story in the same place, roughly with a new party, and we'll be carrying on the adventure from there. This game is going to be suitable for new and old players alike. For me, it's going to be my first time DMing, so you'll have to bear with me, and we'll make our way through. So if you fancy coming along, probably hitting your own party members, hitting them with some spells as well as some other bad guys, I think this would be the game for you. Cheers.
Thanks, Chris. Love this campaign. Definitely one that I've played in and I've run a few times before. If anybody wants to know how the last party died, give me a shout. All I'll say is tunnels and explosions. And if anyone wants to find out more, give me a shout at the first night back at Branch. I'm going to hand you over now to Team Versus. Team Versus is a Cardiff-based RPG company, and Nick is going to give us a bit of a walkthrough about who they are, what they do, and the campaign they're going to be offering us at Cardiff Central. Thanks, Nick.
Hi there, and this is a quick message from myself, Nick, at Team Verse, all about Arclands and the Book of the Graces. So Arclands is a version of 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons created by ourselves at Verse, where we have created an entirely new system of magic in the middle of the game. We've taken out the spell lists and put in spell forging instead, and this is a mechanic that gives players 100% autonomy over spell creation, and it means that spells can be, and items as well, that are unique to the player and unique to the character can be created in a simple and game-friendly way. There are all new character origins. We don't use the word race for very good reasons. All new character origins. The half-fae, the Chorale, who are psychic, Ferg, half-giants, and Juraki and humans. Juraki is amphibian type things. So that's so far so good. But we're bringing something new to the party as well. We are going to run an adventure in one of the 5 dimensions we've created for the Arclands universe, called the Celestial Realm. And the Celestial Realm is a heaven that has fallen into chaos, where the players will have to get around from floating island to floating island on the back of giant hawks. And again, we're throwing in 4 additional character origins for that. The Atrushki, which are humanoid stags, Surveyans, humanoids with brilliant memories who know virtually anything but struggle to remember everything all the time. We're going to throw in the Kairoi, which are rabbit-like tricksters, masters of deception and poisonings, and the Nomi, small, adorable critters who sometimes get very, very angry. So we're going to create for you in the Book of the Graces. We've got a mini campaign which takes the heroes across from the mortal realm into the celestial realm, and gives them a grounding in everything up there, and takes them to rescue a mysterious figure known as the Glassmaker. So that's what we've got, and we really hope that you will come and try Arclands and the Book of the Graces. And we've got our amazing GM Seb on the case for you, who is going to make this an exciting and rewarding and fascinating journey into Arclands, which is of course Cardiff's very own take on 5th edition D&D. Thanks very much, and do remember, if any queries, find us on Twitter at VerseHome, or you can visit us at www.verserpg.online, and we'll be happy to talk you through it. Take care, all the best, bye-bye, and enjoy.
Very, very excited for Book of Grace's Team Arklands to run something for me at RP Haven Cardiff Central. And when I say me, the only reason I mean that is because I've signed up to play in this one myself. Last but not least, our very own Harry Piper has put together a video montage about keeping the Borderlands, which is 5th edition D&D again. So I'm going to lead you in nicely to Harry's video and then come back to you at the end. Okay, folks. So as you can see, we have a huge range of incredible games to offer for Q1 2022. Anyone that's interested, pop along to the Roleplay Haven website, which is rphaven.co.uk. Have a look at our games calendar and follow the steps to sign up to a game. If anyone needs any further information, then by all means, please feel free to give me a shout. My contact details will be in the description below and will also accompany the post that goes out with this video. Anyone wants to just chat about game sign up, get some help and guidance, talk through our COVID guidelines, or even just how to find our venue, then please reach out to me, a member of the team, whether it be Ben, Phil, or Tasha, and we will absolutely be able to help. If anyone wants to chat about any of our other branches, get in touch with us looking to volunteer with the Roleplay Haven, then again, absolutely, please reach out to me. The only request I make of everybody is please book into a game, folks. It helps us to know who's going to turn up. It helps us to sort of help recognise faces and get to know people. And as I said before, we are a fun, safe gaming venue for all. Everybody is welcome. And the team and I absolutely are looking forward to seeing you all face to face for some safe gaming for Q1 2022. Thanks, folks.